To install a mechanically fastened base flashing on a canted curb, you will need to measure the dimensions of each side of the curb. Measure the curb height and allow for the base flashing to extend a minimum of 5 inches out onto the roof, extending past the membrane termination. Add 2 inches to each side, measuring out from the base of the cant corner to wrap the corners sufficiently. Pre-cut pieces for all sides. This will provide a sufficient distance to form a 1.5-inch welded seam past the fastener plate. Be sure to terminate the membrane at the curb transition. Locate the fasteners around the base of the curb, spaced 12 inches on center. Identify the direction of your roof slope. Start your install on the opposite side of the slope direction, so the laps do not go against the flow of water. This will be referred to as Side 1. Begin the first side of the curb with IB PVC flashing membrane, using a single piece. Secure the flashing membrane to the top of the curb. Tack weld the flashing membrane to the roof as close as possible to the base of the cant to hold in position. Make relief cuts to flashing membrane at the top and bottom of the cant. Trim the flashing membrane from the base seam to the corner of the cant at a 45-degree angle and round the corners. Secure the sides of the flashing membrane to the curb and cant. Weld the base seam to form a 1.5-inch welded seam past the fastener plate. Repeat this installation process on the 2 adjacent sides of the previously installed flashing membrane. These will be referred to as Side 2 and 3. After completing the base seam weld of the flashing membrane for sides 2 and 3, weld the overlap flaps to the Side 1, starting from the base and working up to the top of the curb. Secure the overlap flaps of sides 2 and 3 to the curb and cant of Side 4. Install the final piece on Side 4 by securing the flashing membrane to the top of the curb, welding the base seam, and welding down the overlap flaps using the same procedure of the previous sides. Complete this detail by installing molded universal corners into place. Upon completing the installation, ensure all seams and laps are inspected and probed. If deficiencies are found, the area must be re-welded or repaired.